Your impressions
of today?
Yeah.
I thought it was a good first day. I mean, we have a lot to learn from last year. Definitely have a different goal than last year, and I think we all know that we got to focus this year and fix the things that we made mistakes on last year.
You say different goal. Some of us can piece that together, but what specifically does that mean for you guys?
I mean, our goal is always to win championships, Big Ten championship, national championship. That's always the goal. I mean, that's every team's goal, and we got to know that we're gonna have to go out and play every week, and we're gonna have to be prepared every week. And this is only the start of the preparation, and I think that it's gonna go a long way for the spring to get the new guys up to speed with what we got going on, and then we'll just build on each other to the fall.
Coaches talked about open competition in a lot of positions. You obviously have a lot of guys in your room now comparatively. Because how is that competition right now, and how do you see that? How does this spring build that towards the season?
It's just competition, and you gotta love competition, and people come to play. That's kind of what the goal is. You don't come here just to hang out and be on the sideline, but like the goal is to play, and everyone knows that, and it's always competition, and that's what makes it better. And I mean, we have a really good room, and I think that it'll allow us to play more guys, and we have young guys that can play. We're gonna be a well-rounded room, I think. And I think as a team, there will be positions that will also have the competition and also have the same qualities that are in our room.
Last year, at this point in time, you guys were coming off the high of 11 wins and all that good stuff, and obviously a different situation now. I guess is there a different feel like for you guys? Mel said something yesterday about like something to prove and chip.
Yeah, it's definitely different for sure. I mean, we come off the Peach Bowl and everybody's happy and whatever, and I think it kind of that might have got to us a little bit, and looking back on it, but now I think it's a different mindset, and we knew we came in the fall off season, or not fall, sorry. We came in the spring and we're ready to go, and we wanted to get back to work because it wasn't fun. I was sitting at home and watching everybody else play.
Did you beef up a little bit?
Maybe a little, not too much.
You added a few, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just a little.
All right. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Always trying to get a little bigger, faster, stronger. That's always the goal in the off season.
This last year, I mean, as you guys added different things and started to go more 3 linebacker looks, how did you feel like that changed the defense? There was a point where it seemed like those different looks really kind of energized you guys.
I think it just gives a different look it makes it tougher on the offense, and then it also we're matching personnels and making sure it's easier to go big on big and stuff like that. It takes some stress off a DB taking on a tight ends or stuff like that. So it makes the matchup better, and that's kind of the goal. And then for other things, other personnels, that gives us different variations of defense. So you can bring in different people, depending on the down, depending on the situation. So I think it just gives a different look for the offense, and it makes it hard for them to pick up stuff and see what's going on.
Just building that depth, like we were talking about with the competition, does that allow for the coaches to do different things and maybe have different guys for certain roles?
Yeah, it definitely allows different people to get in a lot. And that in the team meeting room, Coach Tuck asked who's played in games last year, and you'll see 75% of the hands go up. There's a lot of people in games, and we know that, and we know we need to take advantage of everybody's skills and use them to our advantage.
Did you watch games from last season to get any perspective, or did you just let it all go?
I didn't. I watched it last season, with the coaches and everything, made corrections, but I kind of and I'm sure we'll watch it, we'll look back on stuff, but kind of let the past in the past, but know it's there and what we need to improve on. But it's just stuff that we kind of gotta let it burn a little, know it happened, but kind of live with it and move on.
Coach Tucker was talking to us about changing some things up this year with spring, and just maybe still being physical, but maybe lightening that up a little bit in certain ways to try to keep you guys healthy all the way through.
Yeah.
What did you notice on day one that's a little different, and just how's that look?
Day one, we have everyone's fresh right now, so it's pretty hard to say there's a difference, but that was a good day one. I think the big thing is trying to keep everyone healthy for the duration of the season. It's going to be the main goal, and coming out of spring healthy, because we don't need anybody hurt going into summer and then going into fall, because it hurts us, and that's what we can't have. We had a lot of starters that end up getting hurt, and it's just not good. It's just not good. Overworking can cause injuries, And even though you think more is better, sometimes less is more, and like you can still get a lot of good work and not abusing your body.
What was your focus after last season, and then what is your focus going into the spring?
My biggest goal was off season was getting bigger, faster, stronger. That was big because, I mean, I was pretty late last semester or last season, but that was the goal. Like off the field and on the field, like just got to get more. I think technical sound and just trust everybody around me and make sure like I'm doing my job and trusting that everyone else around me is doing their jobs. I think it's just going to come down to details and really over communicating as a defense, and for I guess the defense side offense I can't say much for, but I think defensively that's kind of what I think I can work on and stuff that really can help the defense.
Of the new guys, who's really popped, do you think, on either side of the ball? Like whether it be freshmen or transfer?
I'm not sure. Unfortunately I missed a lot of practice. Actually, I have class a bad time, so it's hard for me to say. But I'm really looking forward to competing. I'm looking forward to seeing the running back, Nate Carter, compete against him. I think that'll be fun. Mangum will be a good running back. Some new looks basically on offense and running. I think that'll be fun. Got some big boys on the D line coming in. That'll be different, but I think it's just be an exciting spring, and I think as it goes on, we'll see what.
Here's one guy I want to ask you about that you probably did see in the fall is Cal Haladay. What did you see from him, and how much do you think maybe he could have helped you guys? Was he available? I know he wasn't available,
Yeah.
but was he capable if he would have been able to play last year?
I think so. I think he's an athletic kid, and he's talented, and he can do a lot of stuff. So I'm looking forward to see how they take advantage of like his skill set. Because last year he came in like the middle of the season. I don't exactly remember the situation, but I knew he came from Penn State in a weird situation and he couldn't play. But I think it's going to be exciting to see what he can do.
We'll have Antoine around. You guys were teammates,
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah, we were
right?
teammates. Yeah.
What's it like having him back?
That's really cool because, I mean, he played before me, and he was some guy that I looked up to and I respected. And he taught me a lot. I mean, even though it was that short season, the COVID season, but he taught me a lot, and I know he'll push me. And, I mean, we're brothers. So, I mean, we were teammates, so basically brothers. And I know he'll push me whether I like it or not. So it'll be a good relationship. It was a good relationship.
Your third year playing in this system, I mean, can you just sort of reflect on, or maybe not even that, but just where would you say your sort of mastery and understanding of this all is now?
Yeah, I would say I have a pretty good understanding. I mean, we go over all the installs and everything like throughout the spring and summer and all that. But like, it's kind of just a refresher. I mean, I know it pretty well inside and out. I'm starting to learn other positions. I'm like starting to like get the whole concept around not just the linebackers, just kind of seeing how it all fits together. I think that's a big advantage too, because then you know how it affects this position or that position. So I think it just helps all around.
You guys want to avoid injuries. Do you feel like last year maybe you guys went too hard? That some of the stuff in the spring carried over to the fall?
I think that might have been some of the problem. I mean, we're not going to say no to the coaches, but we're not. But I mean, I'm not sure. I can't say that we did too much, did too little, but some things happen in other ways or not. Because, I mean, everybody does it, but maybe we just had some bad luck, and unfortunately we got some more injuries than what normally happened.
What would you say are sort of like the top line, like objectives as a defense? When I know you said you didn't go back over maybe every game, but like Hazelton or whoever's like coming to you guys and be like, these are the things we got to get better at as a defense this year.
I mean, we didn't perform to I think our standard last year. I mean, we need to work on all around defense. I think we just need to get better. We can pass, run game both, because we have goals in every game, and we weren't meeting them, or many of them, for most of our games. So like we look back on that season, just go back to those goals, and like that's what we look at, and that's what we need to get back to and get to that standard. And we'll do it every practice and try to meet those goals every practice, and see where we went wrong and see what we need to do to make those corrections.
Do you feel like having a healthy full body of offensive lineman is going to help you guys as a defense kind of get more of an accurate picture of what you can?
For sure. The trenches. I mean, offensive and defensive lines where the game starts, and a healthy O-line they'll give us a good look, and they'll compete with us, and they'll push us, and they'll make us better. And I think that'll give us a realistic look of everything going on. I mean, because Big Ten linemen, they're tough, and I think it'll just benefit us both.
Was it a challenge last spring when they couldn't put 5 but rep it to the defense to get defense serious?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, I was in that position one time my freshman year after the COVID season because, I mean, we didn't take any rips off. Oh, man, my body. I was hurting. So I understand why they did it because, I mean, selfishly, like, we want more reps and we want the stuff, but, like, it's hard to push someone like that and take that many reps in the spring and just go through pretty much abuse the entire time because there's only a couple guys that can actually practice.
I think last year you had 27 different starters on defense.
Yeah,
As a guy that was in there every single week, how much of a challenge was that when people around you are changing?
it's tough, and that it goes back to like the trust thing, and like you got to trust everybody, like next man up and stuff that they're going to be ready to go. Because I mean, playing with different people, it's hard. It kind of like it's just different. I don't know, because it's not the same. Like human nature is like want everything to be like same, just like routine, and like that's how I am, and I don't know. I just tried to not let it get to me or anything, and just trust. That's what I think I'm just working on, is just trusting everybody and confident that they're going to be able to get their job done.
With Jacoby Windman coming back, you played the middle and some will. You call the will, right?
Yeah.
So you do both. With Jacoby coming back, does that take a little wear and tear off of you? In terms of the blockers you're seeing?
Yeah, it might. It all depends. I don't know how everything's going to shake out this year, the rotation, or how much everyone's going to play, or what position. Like I'm not exactly sure what everything. So wear and tear could be less, could be more. Who knows? It really just depends on honestly just being out there on the field. I mean, you take a lot of snaps.
Is there a difference in the level of collision you encounter at Mike compared to Will, or is it about the same these days?
It's probably about the same. They're slightly different. Not too much difference to them, honestly. But I mean, I played both towards the end of the year, and I'd still come off the field sore. So.
Last one was Steven.
I'm just wondering, Cal, like maybe it's you, but there's probably some. Who's going to be that voice? Do you think that maybe X was to sort of be like that table setter, that leadership, comforting kind of voice on the defense with him being gone? Is that something you guys are trying to develop? Is there a guy that you think right now maybe it's you or could be that guy?
I think Jacoby does a good job. I think he's a good leader. I think he's a natural leader. I think everybody respects him. I mean, even though he's just been here for a year and like this is going on year 2, he's a good voice, and I think people will listen to him. And I think that's like the kind of like the comfort thing he said. Like they'll trust him, they'll respect him and listen. I think so. I think he'll be a good person to be around.
All right, thanks, Cal.
Yep.